Creators of Bored Apes, which is one of the top NFTs, raise funds at $4 billion valuation to build a new NFT Metaverse. YouTube announces that they will be streaming full seasons of multiple TV shows for free. Twitter releases a new audio clips feature for iOS users on Twitter Spaces. All this and much more coming up in this week's edition of the Connected Church News, and welcome to the 150th episode of the Connected Church News. Can you believe that? We've done this for 150 weeks and we could not have done it without you. Thank you so much for being there for us. We really appreciate it. Our hearts are filled with gratitude. Thank you. Now, let's dive right into our show. This is the show that brings you the top 5 digital and social media news each week in just 5 minutes. Let's get started. YouTube made 2 big announcements last week. First is about competing with mainstream on-the-air television channels, and YouTube mentioned that they are going to be streaming all the seasons, full seasons of some of the top TV shows, including Hell's Kitchen and all the other shows. They are going to be streaming them for free with ads. So as long as you are willing to watch ads, you can watch all the seasons of these shows absolutely free of cost on YouTube. And they say it's more than 4,000 episodes. So YouTube is really serious about competing against mainstream television. And the second big news from YouTube was about new features that they have released for live streaming, YouTube Live. They've added guests features and much more features. We are going to include all of these details in the show notes. Do have a look. Here in Connected Church, we are on a mission to help church and non-profit leaders and ministry teams and media teams in churches. So if you would like to be part of this vision, then please click the like button. It helps us reach more leaders like you. Thank you so much. Today, with all that's going on, the digital, social, NFT, Metaverse, and all of that, people need to be on top of the news. And as a church, we need to be on top of the news. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. Thank you. If you have not subscribed or clicked the bell notification, then I highly recommend you do that as well so that you can stay on top of the news. Thank you. I'll see you in the next news item. Creators of one of the top NFTs, Bored Apes, have announced that they have raised funds at a valuation of $4 billion to build a new NFT Metaverse. You might have noticed that they had already launched their own NFT token called Ape Coins. And now they're building this metaverse where the ape coins presumably is going to be the currency with which people go around the metaverse and interact with people and do other things. This is a very popular company that has really taken the NFT world, the metaverse industry by storm. And this is a big news. I wanted to bring this to your attention. One, to show the valuation these companies are getting, which shows us the importance of this industry and the way it is evolving. And so as a church or a non-profit, we need to pay attention to the next big trend that is in front of us, which includes NFTs, metaverse, cryptocurrencies, and so on. Instagram announced last week that they are releasing a new feature called Family Center with Parental Supervision Tools, which gives more control to parents and help them understand the behavior. For example, you'll know how much your teen spent, how much time they spent on the app, who's following them, who they are following, have they reported somebody, all of these details. But the detail that I also wanted to bring to your notice is that the announcement says that this is not just for Instagram app, but it's also coming into the VR space. Whatever Meta is doing in the VR space is also going to be getting this feature. And the announcement says that this is going to be available across all Meta apps in the days to come. See, as a church and ministry, I know many of you have kids ministry, many of you have family ministries, plus even as a church, we need to know these things related to the digital life of our teens. Twitter announced last week that they are releasing a new audio clip feature that lets you clip 30 seconds of your Spaces audio event. So if you are broadcasting on Twitter Spaces, you now can create a short clip and share it. Now, this clips feature is already available in apps like Clubhouse if you're already a user. So Twitter is a little bit late to the space, but Twitter being Twitter, with all the base that they have, the number of users, and also the speed at which Twitter Spaces is growing, this could be a tool that is going to really help Twitter Spaces users. As a ministry, if you haven't checked out Twitter Spaces, I highly recommend you do. It's an audio-based platform that could help you connect with your audience and create a social audio environment for you to minister in. Last week, Google released details about their Games Developer Summit 2022, and the highlights included the various features related to Google, about Google Cloud and ads and so on. But what I wanted to bring to your notice is the industry itself, the gaming industry. The gaming industry is huge. It's a big part of the lives of people that you and me minister to. I will link to a particular statistical report page that shows you how big this industry is. There were, in 2021, there were 3 billion people playing games on the game space out of the 7 billion in the world. 3 billion were in the gaming space, and they had spent about $175 billion related to gaming. So this is a big market, something that you and me as a church or a ministry cannot ignore. So I'll link to all these details. Do have a look. You may be directly in a gaming related ministry, or even as a church, it's important for you to get an understanding of what's going on in this space. Those were the top 5 news items I have for you this week. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Stay connected and stay blessed. Bye-bye.